Man, what a day. Oh, hey, I don't believe I met you before.
Yeah, I was built 2 months ago. I'm Zeref.
I'm Jim. Nice to meet you, Zeref.
Same to you, Jim. But I'm not so sure we should get too close.
Why not? Oh, that. Don't tell me you actually believe in that superstition crap. It's only a number, isn't it? Can't hurt anybody.
Alright, if you say so. Anyways, I gotta get going. I got a consist to take to Phoenix.
Oh God! They didn't tell me I had to work with Mr. Devil Code! And it's Friday the 13th!
Hey, I don't like this number any more than you do, pal. So deal with it. And besides, nothing bad has happened. Yet.
Alright, but if something goes south, then it's not going to be my fault. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm surprised. I must say, Zeref, I had my doubts, but this trip went really smoothly. without a hitch. Well done.
See, what did I tell you? Though, I'll be honest, I'm just as surprised as you were.
Alright, well, let's go get refueled and tie down. I want to watch the movie Days of Thunder again.
What happened?
I knew it. I knew it! I just knew working with you was going to lead to trouble.
Look, I don't even know how it happened. We weren't even going that fast.
Well, I think your number is the answer to that. The Devil's Code has jinxed us.
Thanks, Mater.
You bet. Now I'm gonna tow you guys to the shed.
God forbid I ever have to go through this again.
Hey, Zeref? You okay?
Go away, Jim.
Oh, come on. Are you still beating yourself up over what happened recently?
Curse this damn number.
Come on, it's not your fault. Your number has nothing to do with it. You're just, being paranoid. Your number's just a number.
But Jim...
I think that junction was only switched halfway. It isn't your fault.
Well, I guess not.
Just relax. Everything's fine. Anyways, sorry to wrap this up. My train for Amarillo should be ready soon, and my crew got the paperwork. But that was only your first time you had a derailment, right?
Yeah?
Then it's just by chance. I hope.
Just by chance, huh? Man, I gotta keep this under control. Something, Fred? I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Nothing bad has happened in 5 months.
That's good to hear. Keep this up and maybe we'll be the #1 Class 1 in America, as it was always meant to be.
Sure.
All the way from Philadelphia, on the exit of Topeka and the Santa Fe.
Say, what was that song, Fred?
You haven't heard it? It's called On the Exit of Topeka and the Santa Fe by Johnny Mercer. It's a classic written about an old railroad, you uncultured swine.
Yeah! What was that? Fred? What the? Driver, stop! We lost Fred!
I'm not a driver, you moron.
Do we look like we're in the UK and I'm driving a BR Class 56? And yes, I can clearly see that. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have been assigned to operate you today. Geez, and I was really looking forward to getting back to Topeka, too. My daughter has a soccer game tonight, and I really wanted to be there.
Fred, are you okay?
Now what's happened, you dummy? Now the SB locomotors are gonna make fun of us! I still can't forgive them for trying to merge our railroad, which financially hurt us in the long run!
How did you come off the tracks? And how did I not derail?
I'll tell you one thing. I swear to God that I will never work with you again! And if the Yardmasters don't give me any other choice, then so help me! Hey, shouldn't we be slowing down? Pretty sure the last signal a couple miles back was approach.
Well, the one I passed just now is clear.
Alright, if you say so. But I heard that the Beast is leading the train in the block in front of us.
Oh, you mean Zeref, number 666? I still don't understand why ATSF allowed that number to begin with.
Crews try to opt out of running him if they can avoid it. If you ask me, they're too superstitious. It's just a running number.
Even still, most hotels don't have a 13th floor. A railroad police officer once told me he stayed at a luxury hotel in Florida with a 13th floor marked as 12A. In addition, many Chinese buildings don't have a 4th floor since that number sounds like death in Chinese.
Wow, if only this could have happened to the BN instead. I'm so angry about what happened 5 years ago in Montana when some BN C30-7 told me off all because I bragged about ATSF being superior to BN, which, I'll have you know, we still are.
Well, in all fairness, I think he was always standing up for what he believed in. Would you do the same?
Holy!
Jesus Christ, what was that?
Way to go, Zeref! Look what you caused!
The pain!
Well, Zeref, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Because of you and that curse you carry everywhere. You caused a nasty pileup. One of my good friends got extensively damaged, and one of his friends got some dents all over. In addition, the new crew received injuries, and who knows when they'll be let out of the hospital.
It's a miracle for you that you didn't get the worst end of it. Well, actually, it isn't. If something's not done about that jinx of yours, more bad luck will be bestowed upon all of us.
This is beginning to scare me.
I think we should be scared. I cannot believe the ATSF allowed him to be delivered with that number.
You know what? Maybe this is what I need to do. Report to upper management and demand that he get renumbered. Maybe that'll stop all this madness.
Good idea.
Why me? I never asked for this number. I just wanted to work hard like the rest. I didn't want to hurt anybody.
Mr. Hood, can we have a moment of your time?
That hits the spot.
Are you ignoring us? And drinking?
Work smarter, not harder.
Ugh.
Okay, what can I do for you boys?
Zeref's number is a menace to our railroad and his hard reputation. Please, you gotta send him to be renumbered before he gets any more derailments.
Sorry guys, but that's not my department. Why does everyone keep believing in superstition? It's not even Halloween yet. Anyway, I gotta go run to the store. See ya!
Hey, wait! Well, there goes my morale.
What are you moaning about?
Fred, do you think Zeref needs to be renumbered so as to erase any superstition about what he might be carrying?
Of course he does! After what I went through the last time I worked with him, how did I derail and he doesn't? It's inconceivable! If these derailments keep happening with him at the head end, this'll give ATSF a bad name. And I think we were already embarrassed when the media covered this wreck.
Even still, I heard we could be merging with the BN soon.
Wait, what?
Haven't you heard? It's been in the air for a long time, but this year the shareholders approved the plans. I mean, the CNW Railroad was already merged into the UP a few months ago.
No! Please say it ain't so! The Santa Fe has a fortune for many more years to come! We just gotta!
It's just the way it is. I would have loved to see the famous Milwaukee Road forge on longer myself, or the CB&Q as well. I'm interested in various fallen flag railroads. And steam locomotives too. But anyways, back to the topic. I don't think you should be talking about that so-called superstition much. We're here to serve the customers, not to instill fear in them.
Which is why he needs to be renumbered ASAP.
As far as I'm concerned, Zeref's most recent derailment could have been caused by a sun kink. It was pretty hot that day, you know.
And did they find any buckling in the rails when they were rubbernecking the derailment?
You're asking the wrong engine, because last I heard, it's still under investigation.
I can't believe this. I can't keep this curse at bay. What is my purpose in life? I don't know anymore.
Ha 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 ha. Can you believe it? My rival Fred was in a nasty pile-up wreck caused by the Devil Unit. Ha ha ha. That disaster of a locomotive must be Santa Fe's karma for trying to merge with our railroad, which got me repainted into that stupid Kodachrome scheme. Man, if only this could happen to the UP also. Southern Pacific rules.
Oh, for God's sakes, Mike, would you please just shut the hell up? That derailment was serious. 2 were injured, and took several days to clear up the wreck. Did you laugh when the city of San Francisco got trapped in that blizzard? Or when they had an explosion at the Roseville Yard?
Ugh, fine. Point taken. Whatever.
Hey, have you heard about that one Santa Fe locomotive?
Oh, you mean 666? The accident-prone one?
Yeah, man, him. He's been known to throw himself off the rails. Sometimes the locomotives behind him derail instead.
Why don't they just scrap that sucker already? Santa Fe already screwed up trying to merge up my railroad, but letting that disaster piece leave Trainz is like letting a wild gorilla out of the zoo.
Man, you'd think if KCS could give an SD40-2 that number and not have a series of incidents, then surely the Santa Fe could do the same.
Unless he really is a demon.
How did I get into this? I just wanted to prove my worth to the railroad. not cause trouble.
I think that's what we all want, Zeref. But as you may know already, there are times where things just don't go quite as planned. Think of the Bay of Pigs invasion for one. A radio station along the Cuban beach picked up the CIA's plans to invade Cuba and overthrow Castro. That left the Cuban exiles trying to partake in the mission in a spot where Castro's troops were waiting.
I don't understand. Am I ever gonna get this thing under control?
What happened this time?
Believe it or not, the turntable rotated on its own.
If it's not something, it's always something else with you. Now I'm stuck here until they get you out. What's it gonna take?
I told you, I don't know. I've already been denied renumbering several times. All because management doesn't believe the rumors about superstition.
Yeah, management. You know who they are. But we might be getting new management once this merger becomes official, so who knows? Maybe they'll let you get renumbered. Now, since this turntable is obviously inaccessible, looks like I'll just have to turn around on the Y.
Okay, listen up, you guys. Here are the assignments. Jack, Trevor, and Zeref, you are to take an intermodal train to Denver.
What? You're kidding me, right? With Zeref?
Please, sir, can we work with someone else? Someone who doesn't have a bad history or isn't cursed, like, at all?
These orders are final. There is no reason to change them now.
But what if he...
Look, Trevor, I've heard these bad luck stories many times, and as far as I'm concerned, they're myths you make up just because you have nothing better to do with your time. Even in the real world, you have to work with people you don't want to work with. I had teams picked for me back when I was on the varsity basketball team at LA Canada High School. Even my first job's at Dairy Queen and In-N-Out. I worked various positions on the road out of LA before I got to where I am now. I worked with people I liked and didn't like. If I could do all of that, then so can you.
All right. We'll do it.
Thank you. Now get moving.
Hey, no hard feelings, Zeref. You're a good guy and all. We just don't want to get hurt.
This world can take you by the hand and tempt the soul of it.
Just the number, huh?
You can choose your path.
Hey guys, wait!
You can take.
Hey, what's the matter, Jim?
Zeref, all the accidents you've been involved in happened while you were leading, right?
Yeah?
Well, I might be wrong, but even if the thing about Zeref being a cursed engine was true, what if the derailments only occur while he's leading? And Mr. Hood assigned you to lead, Trevor, didn't he?
Yeah, so you were saying we should be fine, Jim?
That's just my postulation, but yeah, probably. Besides, he's not the only locomotive who's derailed more than once. Think about the N&W Class J's, for example. And of course, the Amtrak STP-40Fs. Who could forget about those things? Yeah, if he's trailing, then you guys should be safer than Fort Knox.
Well, for everyone's sake, let's hope your theory is correct, Jim.
I agree with you, Jack.
I'll be wanting to know when you've arrived safely. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks. We'll
So, Jim, I've been meaning to ask you this. Why have you been so concerned about Zeref? I know he's your friend, and he's my friend too, but you seem to be eyeing these predicaments really carefully.
Well, it's a bit complicated. I mean, it's a long story.
Well, we've got a long road to Santa Fe. I can listen.
Alright. Well, it just so happens that I was among the first engines to become friends with him. And it turns out we do share a few of the same interests, such as country and rock music, classic cars including Chevy Chevelles, even the old Santa Fe Trail. But just knowing that he isn't always confident and relaxed because of him fearing his number will create catastrophes, it is a bit concerning, especially since it's already happened a number of times.
I know what you mean. The other Superfleet locos I met were somewhat cocky and eager to work, but to see Zeref a little, nervous and bucking the trend was definitely a sign that something wasn't right.
Yeah, I feel that every new engine should get to feel comfortable with this working environment. Anytime I go through Flagstaff or other towns served by Route 66, I always like to think about how it was the best way to travel in the day, only to become somewhat of a forgotten gem in the years since Interstate 40's completion. At least we still have that song. Also the old TV show Route 66 with the two guys in the Corvette. Anyway, the fact that much of our route runs along the famous Route 66 is just a blessing.
Not to mention, being close to the Grand Canyon is a perk of this railroad too.
Yeah, and ironically, I also hear he's one of the best performing Dash 9s on the roster. So if he gets a new number and the curse is lifted, there's no reason in the world he shouldn't feel satisfied.
You're right!
How's it going, Zeref?
It's been alright, Jim.
That's good to hear.
I just hope I can keep my red and silver coat through the merger. It's iconic and heavily acclaimed by the rail fan community. Not to mention, the scheme is a throwback to the older days of Santa Fe. It's a renaissance. I don't mean to sound like Fred, of course.
Yeah!
By the way, Zeref, there's something I thought you might want to know.
What's that?
The crash you were involved in that sent the conductor and engineer to the hospital? They checked out of the hospital last September, but now they load you with a passion.
What? I mean, I'm glad they're okay, but... Oh, why did it have to be me?
Oh no, look what you did.
I'm sorry! That's not what I was trying to do.
Yeah, well, think before you open your invisible mouth next time.
It's all my fault. Why does the railroad still own me after everything I put them through?
Maybe he just needs some time alone?
Okay, as long as I'm trailing, it should be good, right? No derailments. Man, I hope these two guys will forgive me after what happened.
Zeref, no offense.
Stop rambling to yourself like that, please. It's getting annoying.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I hope I don't turn any more crews against me. What'll I do then? Are they seriously afraid that I'm possessed? No. It isn't possible.
Zeref, I said stop.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm just feeling a little anxious.
Well, now you're making me anxious too, so stop. What the hell was that? You fool! I should have known you were mumbling to yourself about. You were coming up with those words so you can jinx us. Well, you're not just the beast. You're the locomotive that's sent straight from hell to damage our reputation. Unbelievable.
No. I'm not immune to this curse even if I'm trailing.
No shit, Sherlock. If Mr. Newman didn't pair me with you, and before he goes asking any stupid questions, let me shoot that idea down that no, he's not related to Randy Newman or Paul Newman.
Okay, calm down. I wasn't gonna ask anyway.
You know, I never believed too deeply in superstitions at all. That was until I met you.
It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. The sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final location. It's understood that Hollywood sells California.
Hey, you two. What happened?
This little demon behind me forced me off the rails. Urgh. Curse you, Zeref. Literally, you are a curse. The minute I first spotted you back in San Diego 2 years ago, I knew we were going to be in trouble. And I was right.
Well, one thing's for sure. Arguing will not solve anything. Let's get you two back on the rails and towed to the shop.
I'm not happy, Zeref. Not happy. I would have loved a day off, but not this way.
Are you done?
Yes, sorry.
Mary McHale, be my ferry to the world, be my very own constellation. A teenage bride with a baby inside, getting high on information. And buy me a star on a boulevard, it's Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. In Cobain, can you hear the Spears singing songs off station to station? And Alderon's not far away, it's Californication.
Okay, so I guess my theory didn't exactly turn out to be correct.
Yeah, of course it didn't.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We gotta get you renumbered, Zeref. I hate to say it, but with all these mysterious derailments you've been enduring, I think this could be scaring some people.
I know. I've begged numerous times to get this number removed, but none of the higher-ups want to believe in this superstition. It's just no use, guys. I'm doomed.
Well, if this cheers you up at all, I saw a 1960s Ford Galaxy in Kingman a couple days ago. Isn't that the model of the squad cars from the Andy Griffith show?
Yeah, they were.
Well, admittedly, that's kind of nice, but I can't live with this curse anymore. I'm tired of all the derailments. I don't know what to do.
We all experience misfortune in our work from time to time. I have, Jack has, every engine I know has.
But I've had it one too many times, and I'm sick of it.
I know, man. I don't know how all this is happening, but it's really weird.
Isn't it obvious, Jack? A gypsy curse was bestowed upon me the minute I rolled out of the shops in Erie with that stupid number. It keeps striking me unexpectedly, and I can't seem to contain it.
Well, I don't know for sure if the superstition was real or if this is all pure coincidence, but I still stand by that theory I once had. Remember a few months ago when I suggested that maybe when the merger does happen, they'll give you a new number?
Yeah, but can I wait that long before more trouble occurs?
I don't know. And until it does happen, just hang in there and be careful.
Easy for you to say.
Raced off Route 3, out past where the blacktop ends. We'd walk to church on Sunday morning, race barefoot back to Johnson's fence. That's where I first saw Mary, on that roadside picking blackberries. That summer I turned a corner in my soul down that red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Her daddy didn't like me much if I shackled up GTO. I'd sneak out in the middle of the night, throw rocks at her bedroom window. We'd turn out the headlights, drive by the moonlight, talk about what the future might hold down that red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. I went out into the world and I came back in. I lost Mary, oh, I got her back again. And driving home tonight feels like I found a long lost friend. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. Learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Yes, I've learned, I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Yes, I've learned, I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road. Yes, I've learned, I've come to know there's life at both ends of that red dirt road.
I've had enough of this. I can't handle this misery. And worse, I hate it whenever my friends get hurt because of me. Sure, the managers give me hell over these derailments whenever they can determine what might have caused these wrecks, but they don't do squat about it. If I was just built to be a burden to everyone, then I'm useless. Wait, I think I just figured out how to end this all. Do I really want to go through this? I mean, I've been only around for like 2 years and... Oh, what am I saying? What's the point of living if I'll never escape this demon curse? I just gotta end my misery. Huh. And I just noticed I like talking to myself a lot. Go figure. Well, it was nice knowing you, world. I was given life, yet without a face to express my emotions. Oh well, it'll all be over soon, and no one will ever miss me. Hey, you? What's up?
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, just watching the clouds for signs of precipitation? Yeah?
Zeref, this is not the Midwest. We're in Arizona, and we don't get much rain.
Oh, right.
And what are you doing with those loaded fuel tankers? I need those for the Flagstaff local this afternoon. Please give them back.
Well, so much for that attempt. There's gotta be another way out of this.
Whoa, look out. It's the devil himself.
It's him! Wait. Who?
Don't you know? The Jinx locomotive. What's his name? Surprised it isn't Lucifer. Seriously, why won't they renumber him?
From the way you guys go on about it, I sure am lucky my railroad doesn't have any locomotives with that number.
Lucky you. The couple of times I had to work with him, I was scared straight down to my frame.
I sure would be too.
I'm a failure. I just can't seem to get anything right. All I do is throw myself or my colleagues off the rails no matter whether I'm leading, trailing, or just switching. I'm a burden. There's no other way all this could happen. I can't take this anymore.
Man, I sure am tuckered out.
Hey, Jim? A friend of yours left a note for you.
Well, do you know what the note says?
No. Unlike some people at Engines, I respect privacy, so I didn't look at it.
Jim.
By now, if you're reading this, then this may as well be the last time you'll ever hear from me. I can't bear all the suffering anymore. And even worse, the fact that my cursed number has created problems for those around me. I want you to know that you've been a great friend to me for my short time on this railroad, and I'm sorry this had to end so soon. I just couldn't live with anyone else getting hurt because of me. This is for your own good, and for the good of the Santa Fe. I am getting rid of this curse forever. Goodbye.